Coach's Corner is your source. Baseball, football, soccer, and hoops. The Coach's Corner has the scoop. It's the Coach's Corner with Andy.
Covering Tri-State sports, it's the Coach's Corner with Andy on 92.1 The GOAT.
It's the Coach's Corner.
Hey, I'm Andy with Coach's Corner. Welcome back. We've got Donna. Am I pronouncing your name correct? Almany?
Yes.
All right. I was worried I was going to get it wrong, but I did not.
Perfect.
Good.
You're one of the few.
Yeah. Donna here is going to be the athletic director at Smithsburg High School this upcoming sports season. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is your first time?
First time.
As an athletic director?
Yes.
You have a background in teaching, obviously, with
Yes.
the Salisbury. You've got some time at UMCP, Masters at Wilson, and when you were in high school, marching band.
Yes.
I saw that when you sent it to me. A little bit of your background info.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, a band.
Yeah.
What'd you play?
I played the clarinet.
Okay, all right.
And the flute, but I played the clarinet in the band.
Okay, all right. I did band in middle school. I didn't do it in high school because I focused all my time on sports.
Our band was really impressive, and my freshman year we went to Europe to do
wow.
D-Day celebration.
Wow.
So that was pretty
That's
awesome.
pretty big.
Yeah,
That's
it was awesome. Yeah, we were good.
Did you do any sports in high school? Did you play any?
I did. I swam
Okay.
all through youth, and then I swam, I think, 1 or 2 years in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was a cheerleader, and I played softball.
Okay. I know you're going to be doing the athletic directing at Smithsburg, which is in Washington County, which I don't believe they have any swim teams present yet.
I don't think so.
I think it
No.
may be a thing maybe in the future, but I guess you got to have a pool to do that.
Well, we didn't, and that was what
Oh.
made it so rough, is that we had to
yeah.
drive to
Oh, man.
like a half hour, 40 minutes to practice,
Yeah.
and that was a little rough.
I know schools like Waynesboro, it comes to the top of my head to begin with. They have a pretty decent swim team.
Oh, they do?
They compete pretty regularly in the, I guess you would call it playoffs, championships,
yeah,
whatever you would call it.
whatever you call
But I see a lot of they come through on the daily sports updates and stuff and news. I guess they swim in the spring, or is it a fall sport? I should know.
Is it winter?
Maybe winter.
think-
Winter would make sense because it's indoors.
I feel like it's winter, but
Nonetheless.
I swam in college, so
Okay.
I did go back to it.
So they definitely had a pool there then, probably, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Salisbury had a pool,
Yeah,
so
I
I
was
swam.
going to say, Salisbury's a pretty good school.
Yes.
I had some couple friends that went to Salisbury, so
It was fun.
yeah, it's a nice school. It's a nice campus. You got your teaching start at middle school at Northern Middle. Then
Yes.
you moved over to South High, and now you're in Washington County as the athletic director at Smithsburg.
Yes.
What kind of spurred you to become to tell yourself, hey, I think I'm going to go out for this athletic directing job at Smithsburg?
I have always wanted to be involved in athletics. So because I love sports. My whole family loves sports. I grew up loving them. I played everything all the time. My kids did, and I just always knew I wanted to be involved with kids in the aspect of sports.
Yeah.
So I just saw it open, and I said, what am I waiting for? I mean,
Why not?
And the positions here don't come up very often,
Right.
And especially at a school like Smithsburg.
Yeah.
We always joke that to get a teaching job or any job at a school like Smithsburg, you have to wait for somebody to retire.
Yeah.
Or move away, because nobody leaves.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
it came open, I said, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. Got to jump while you can, right?
Just tried.
Smithsburg has a very high, what the word I'm looking for, they're kind of like a prestigious sports program for a lot of their spring, fall, winter sports. We
Yes.
just talked about a little bit about their basketball season wrapped up this past winter, and they made it pretty far in the NPSSAA playoffs, I guess you would say.
Yes.
The state championship game, if I'm not mistaken. Did they make it that far? Or am I...
The girls?
The girls, yeah.
The girls.
The girls basketball team.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I have to look that up. I know they made it far. I talked a lot.
I know that I've heard they were really good.
Yeah, I talked a lot
Really
with Kevin Murphy, the coach at Williamsport girls basketball team,
Yes.
and he knows every basketball team in and out. And
I will soon.
Yeah, he spoke very highly of the Smithsburg girls basketball team. So
Yeah, I've heard they're very tough.
yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do coming up
Me
here
too.
In the winter. We got fall sports coming up. Smithsburg has got a great boys and girls soccer team. Their cross country team has a lot of state championships under their belt. Their track and field teams.
Yes.
It's a lot of high
lot of
profile.
winning.
Yeah,
A lot of winning.
Yeah, and it's great. But the cool thing about such a school that wins so much like that, usually you see it in those bigger schools
that has a lot of athletes to choose
right,
from.
like those 3A schools,
Yes.
those 2A schools,
Yep.
like your South Highs, your Williamsport's even a 2A now. When I was going there, they were 1A.
Right.
So now they have more, and I believe Smithsburg is a 1A school, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. And they have that small community feel to it. Adding in the winning, it kind of brings a lot of excitement to the town, and a lot of excitement to their athletic boosters as well, which are pretty great as well.
Not pretty great. They're pretty phenomenal.
They're phenomenal, yeah.
Yes.
So how do you think you plan on tying in with your athletic boosters, keeping that kind of small town community feel? Have you spoken with any of the athletic booster members yet?
Yes.
Okay.
So Mandy Trevy works at the school.
Okay.
She is the bookkeeper, and so she's been beyond amazing. Mark Burnett, I met. They had their golf tournament in the spring, and I went and I was able to meet him. And they are just, I don't even have any words to say how great they are.
They have all their ducks in a row. Let's say that.
Very much so. Very much so.
A big part of the athletic boosters, in helping at least, is probably upgrading the athletic facilities, making sure all of the kids and the athletes have the best equipment available. One of the things Smithsburg is currently under the process of doing is upgrading to like a field house type of building for locker rooms and so forth. Hoping to have that complete soon. Can you tell us a little bit about what you know about that so far?
I know that I believe, I haven't heard the final number that they need. I believe they are well more than halfway there. They've raised a tremendous amount of money, and they just need to finish that raising so that they can start that capital project.
And one of the ways they raise that money, I think we talked about a little bit in before our interview here, is that STEAM and Craft show
Yes.
that the athletes actually help put on. That's coming up it's in the fall, I believe.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. It's a pretty big event. We do a lot of commercial running here for it, and we talked about it when we've done before. It's one of the things you mentioned, and I was like, I should know that. I did the commercial
Yeah,
spot
exactly.
for it.
Well, and I've never been, which is terrible since I've lived
that's
in this
fine. You'll be
area
going now.
for 21 years. I'm going now. No, but I'm excited to go because I think it'll be a great time. I've heard amazing things about it, so now I'll get to.
Yeah. So I wanted to touch a little bit more back on being this your first time as athletic director. So you said you're really big into sports. Your family's big into sports. I know your sons played at St. James. Is that correct?
Yes.
What did they play?
They both played soccer, wrestling, and lacrosse.
Okay. Which one would you say was their main sport?
Probably, well, lacrosse for sure for my older son because he went and played in college. And then Griffin, my younger son, played in college also, but he opted to play at the club level, so lacrosse.
Cool.
What were they best at? Probably, I don't know. They were both really good in wrestling, but I don't think they were even like this much thinking about wrestling in college. It's a tough sport.
It is a very tough sport.
It's a tough sport, but it taught him a lot. I think my youngest loves soccer the most, though.
Yeah, a good sport to learn discipline, wrestling, for sure.
For sure.
I remember being in high school, I had a couple
You learn
friends
to
that were
lose,
wrestlers. Oh, man.
and you learn to win on your own.
Well, in the preparation for it and making sure a lot of kids, like if I would have gotten into wrestling in high school, I wouldn't have been able to keep my weight. Like I was, I'm a kid. I'm up and down, and that kind of discipline to maintain that is a phenomenal thing to
Especially
have.
when you're not heavy to begin with, and you have to.
Right.
I mean, they regulate it now. You have to go and weigh in and test.
And that's the last thing on your mind is how much do I weigh when you're in high school? Probably as a boy.
My kids, I know, and it's funny because my kids now are like, I can tell you how much my kids weighed as they grew up, which is a weird thing to know.
Instead of a height chart, you have
I have a weight chart. Yes.
So, your love of sports. What's your favorite sport to watch?
Well, I mean, I played softball was always my main love, but I have to say lacrosse. Okay. Although I do love college basketball.
Yeah, college basketball is a good sport.
I love March Madness.
Oh man,
favorite time of year.
So much fun. I really got into it this year, having the coach's corner and everything. You do all the updates, every day, mostly weekly. And I really dove into it, and I liked it before, but I've never gotten into that much detail of it. And we're coming up on a year in October since we've had the show.
Right.
So this was my first time actually, I want to say covering March Madness, but getting that much information and trying to keep up with everything, and I really enjoyed it more now.
Not a lot of upsets this year, though, so that was a little boring.
But and I got into the NBA too. A lot of people bash the NBA because
I know
they say they play for money. Obviously, they play for money.
Obviously,
but
which is fine.
Now the college kids are playing for money.
I know.
You have all the NIL deals and everything, but college just has that different feel. Same with football.
Totally different feel.
Yeah.
I feel like basketball, NBA. It's just like a dunk fest or a scoring fest, and it's no defense.
It's real laid back, crowd-wise. I mean, unless you're getting into the playoffs or you have a team like the Thunder
that's true too.
that won the championship. They have a very exciting team. But like, if you're a Wizards fan and you're going to a Wizards game, you're not going to watch them win. Probably you're going because you want to experience the whole
game.
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So but college basketball, no matter how bad your team is, we're going to win. Like, that's your mindset. I feel like it's just a totally different.
I always think I'm going to win.
Right. Well, yeah. You know, as a fan,
as a competitive person.
Yeah, I'm saying as a fan.
I know, that's true.
And it's kind of.
We're Terps fans, so I mean, it's very painful at times.
We've had our moments.
100%, 100%. But the basketball team is like.
Well, they just moved to the Big Ten too, so
I know,
it's
whatever,
especially football on the football side of things. But nonetheless,
for sure.
Yeah. Nonetheless, though, I definitely feel like that college basketball atmosphere is more exciting as a fan.
So exciting.
Than professional. I played soccer growing up, and my kids now play soccer, and I was really into soccer. Played all 4 years in high school, and played since I was 4 or 5. You know, one of those deals. And played baseball too, but soccer was always my first love, and my kids love it too. And I coach them. Now my oldest is only 6, and my youngest is 2, so it's not really coaching.
That's really more fun soccer.
More of corralling like cattle on the field and say, hey, stop picking your nose. Stop twirling in circles. So that's more so on the side of my younger daughter now. My oldest, she is in, they call it 8U, but it's like an age range.
Right.
And they play games. There's no goalies, but they're more organized. Oh, I love it so much. I remember when I was coaching, they call it Schoolyard, and it's for Hagerstown Area Youth Soccer League. And it's just kids getting out there kicking the ball. You want them to be active. You want them to just get a love for the sport.
And my kids started there, too.
Right. And coaching, that is really like just trying to herd cats around a field.
Yes. I remember my husband coached the kids, too.
And it's fun.
It is fun.
A part of you is kind of like, let's play a game, you know? And I would always scrimmage them together. And I was like, all right, guys, we're going to scrimmage. And they look at me like, what the heck's a scrimmage? Because they're 2, 3 years old.
Right.
Like, we're going to play a game. Oh, games. And then they think you're going to play like tag or something like that. And then we got to the league. I coached in, I still coach what my oldest is in. And we're playing games. And I was like, I like this. Like, this is fun.
Fun.
So I kind of hope that continues. And I hope she wants me to keep being her coach because I enjoy it. I ask her every year, do you want Daddy to coach you? Yeah, you can come back and call it.
Good.
When she says
you haven't been fired yet.
Right, yeah. When she says no, I'll be like, all right, it's time for her. And I'll move down to my next kid. But
yeah, at least you have an option.
Yeah. So one thing I want to talk about a little bit is your student athletes that are planning to go out off to college and play athletic sports in college.
Yes.
You're going to look into starting a program to help them kind of make that transition.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So when my older son and my younger son both were considering playing in college, and through their club team, they had a really good recruitment program, and we were involved a lot with getting them communicating with the coaches, doing what you needed to do, sending them film, showing interest, all the aspects of it. And I think kids don't realize, and I hate to say, like, maybe from this county, I feel like I see a lot of kids go off to college in some of the schools that I've been involved with. They go off to college and then they don't make it the whole way through, or they just decide it's too much, it wasn't what they expected. So I just think having kids understand the expectation when you get there about being a good teammate, about working hard every day, about doing the best in the classroom, about the fact that, you know, you might have been an all-star here, but so was everybody else that ends up on your team in college. And so you are going to be one of the, like, normal players. They're all stars. Yeah. So having an awareness that that's how it's going to be, I think will make it easier for kids to transition there, and how to get there. You know, you have to take responsibility for that journey.
It can be overwhelming.
Can be very over. I mean, we were a little overwhelmed, and we had a ton of support with his club team, so that made it definitely easier because they helped to handle some of that stuff. But I think having a program I've set it up with what I wanted to do with, study habits and what to expect when you get there and being a good teammate and what happens if you don't start and you don't play and how do your grades impact getting there, all of that. The fact that you have to communicate with your coach. Your parents can't talk to your coach at all. They're not going to have that.
Yep.
So there's a lot of things that I think, and maybe some of it's expectations, maybe some of it's being aware of it so that you can set yourself up and not close doors while you're in high school, keeping those doors open so you have a lot more choices. And I have a lot of people in the community who have coached at the college level. We know college coaches, we know athletes who have gone off to play in college, and certainly ones who have graduated from Smithsburg have gone off to play at college, that can come back and talk to the kids and tell them what it's like. But I just want to arm them with the best possibility. And there's kids who probably don't think they can play at college. And honestly, I think there's a lot of schools out there that, if you want to play in college, there's a school for you to play that can meet your academic and your athletic needs. Exactly. And I just think some kids also believe, I'm not going to play at Maryland, or I'm not going to play Division I or Division II. And there's so many Division III schools that are great schools that you could continue to compete and have a great time and have it's a different college experience when you're an athlete, for sure. You're not having the normal college experience, but I think it's a better one. So, and if it gets kids going to school and gives them a vehicle to be able to get to college or go to college maybe when they weren't going to go, I think it's I think athletics are just amazing.
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of the times the media only shines the light on those D1. You see all the TV coverage, you see all like March Madness, but then you see those little schools, well, I say little schools, but like those smaller schools squeak into the tournament, and you're like, oh, they can do it too. Like, you don't have to go to the Maryland. You don't have to go to Alabama or wherever. And I also think a lot of kids like you said, don't realize the academic part that comes along with it as well. You may be a top athlete, but Alabama's not going to take you if you're not a decent student. You have to be a good
student because you just will close doors for yourself, and it's no need.
Yep, I agree 100%. So I think that's awesome. A lot of those club organizations, like you said, help with that to begin with, and having that in the high school. I think you could start, if no other school has it, I think you could start something really awesome there, and I think that would help a lot of kids. Yeah,
it's awesome. In my idea phase. I mean, I have a lot more than just ideas. I have stuff, planned out, but I haven't executed it. Yeah, it's not growing yet, so I have to.
Well, you got to get started first. The school year hasn't even
started. I know. My head's swirling.
So we've got football coming up in the fall. We've got soccer. We've got, what else does Smithsburg have? Track or cross country is a fall sport. Golf, and then you get into your winter basketball.
And volleyball.
Volleyball.
Got our biggest one.
I know. I should know that.
Volleyball, the biggest sport in the county, right?
Yeah, I talked with Coach Custer a few times last year. And the coach over there at Smithsburg, I believe, is she still the coach there?
Brianna Huff.
Oh, Huff. I'm Custer's Clear Spring. I'm sorry. I get my schools mixed up. Yeah,
okay.
Bree.
You're trying to trip me up.
Bree's great. I
haven't met anybody yet. Everything's names on emails, so I get them all, and I'm trying to keep everybody straight.
I know.
And I'm like, you just threw out a name that I've never talked to that person.
Yeah, Coach Custer is at Clear Spring. Bree was actually one of the first volleyball coaches I spoke with, and she's great. She's
awesome. Yeah, I've heard great things.
I love what all those coaches do over there. Volleyball coaches, I think, are some of the coolest coaches around because that you really get that like family feel on a volleyball team. Not saying any other sport doesn't have that.
I want that family feel on all my teams.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the goal, right?
I mean, culture so important.
Exactly. Yeah. So we got all the fall sports coming up. Donna's going to get started here at the athletic directing of Smithsburg. And we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
To have you back on. Maybe once the fall season's over, we can talk about the next one coming up. And thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.